This vast metropolis of 37 million people on the Pacific coast of Honshu is the most populous place in the world. And this week, Tokyo City makes room for a few more, as the greatest badminton players on the planet are here to compete in the 2023 edition of the Daihatsu Japan Open. We're at the Yoyogi First Gymnasium, and for those with enough fortitude to reach the weekend stage, they find themselves here today on Semi-Finals Saturday. Well, there's the trophy for the HSBC BWF World Tour, presented today by Beijing Olympian and 2007 World Championships bronze medalist in men's doubles, Shoichi Sakamoto. The trophy's been in Asia for a fortnight after a stint in Pan Am earlier this month and moves to Australia next week. The truly global World Tour culminates at the HSBC World Tour Finals in December. Our order of play today begins with women's doubles, and arguably the best pair in history, Chen and Ji Yifan, are in a 20th meeting with home favourites Yuki Fukushima and Sayaka Hirota in a repeat of the 2018 Japan Open final. The top pair in the world at the moment, Alfian and Ardianto, meet the Olympic champions Wang Qili and Li Yang in men's doubles next on court one. In a second women's doubles, we repeat the 2019 Japan Open final between Kim So-young and Kong Ki-hong, drawn against Matsumoto and Nagahara. Two former world champions are in action next in men's doubles. Hoki and Kobayashi are facing Liu Chen and Wu Shanyi. Surprisingly, it's only their third meeting. Japan Open runner-up from 2019, Jonathan Christie, is seeded against the back-in-form Lakshya Sen in men's singles in match 5. And all 5 of the semi-finals will be featured right here live for you into the afternoon. We'll witness a 10th meeting between Tai Su-ying and An Se-young. The Korean will overtake Yamaguchi and move to world #1 spot in the rankings by the end of the weekend, if my calculations are correct. The big Dane Victor Axelsen will have this Tokyo crowd against him as he battles Kodai Narioka in match 7. Feng and Huang meet Puav Aranukro and Taira Tanachai in the semi-finals of last week's Korean Open, and they go at it again today. Gregoria Tungjung beat Akane Yamaguchi yesterday. She will have a determined Hebing Zhao to contend with today in the second women's singles. And last up is an 18th meeting between the top 2 pairs in the world today in mixed doubles. Zheng Siwei and Huang Yachong take on Yuta Watanabe and Harisa Higashino. Well, there's a Japanese pair still on both sides of the women's doubles draw, giving a double chance for home favourites to make it through to tomorrow's finals. The trouble is they're both slight underdogs, and so reaching finals day here will be a real achievement. Chen and Jia and Kim and Kong have journeyed through this draw with real determination and aim to repeat last week's heroics in the Korea Open by making the final. Well, it's the weekend and there are a few more people with time off work that can come down to the Yoyogi from Tokyo today to witness this tremendous event in action once again this year. Well, I'm joined today by former Denmark national coach Steen Pedersen. Steen, a terrific lineup. Is there any particular match that you're particularly excited about today?
Yeah, I think it's really nice that we see the Olympic champions in men's doubles back to good form and playing the world #1s, Alfian and Ardianto. That's definitely one of my featured matches. But there's so many, and I really look forward to the semi-finals day here in Yoyogi National Stadium.
Terrific effort by the host with the light show. I was hoping all that smoke isn't going to get into the lungs of these players as they make their way out. Chen and Ji Yifan looking calm, confident, positive as ever. They've been tremendous this week. 3 times world champions, 2017, 2021, and the reigning world champions. They need to get an Olympic gold medal on their CV. Silver last time here in Japan. and Chen, the most accomplished junior player in history, with 5 individual gold medals at World Juniors. One of them, she was 3 years young, and 3 golds in the mixed team events as well. 8 golds at junior level. A truly remarkable achievement. And that's without mentioning how strong her partner is as well. She found the big left-hander. Well, they're being made to wait. As Fukushima and Hirota make their way into this terrific arena. They'll have the home crowd on their side today. And incredibly, which we'll talk about in a few more moments, but one of the few pairs in the world, I would argue, that has a better head-to-head record against Chen and Ji Fan. Can't be many of those doubles pairs out there. 3-time silver medalist at the World Championships. And 2018 Japan Open title winners, beating Chen and Jia, importantly, 5 years ago here in Tokyo. Current Asian Championship gold medalists as well, Fukushima and Hirota. And there's that head-to-head I mentioned, 10-9. Last meeting, the Sudirman Cup. That was the semi-finals. Comfortable straight games. So by the looks of things there, I couldn't hear much, but I think the Japanese pair won the toss and elected
to serve after some consideration.
Yeah, it's always bizarre to me how there isn't a choice of ends. But there we go. And a few moments to take a quick look at our 2 pairs here in more detail. Well, she needs a little introduction these days, surely. 26-year-old Chen from Jingning in Guangdong province. And over 136 weeks now as the world #1 pair in women's doubles with her partner here, Ji Fan. They've taken the record. And arguably, as I mentioned earlier, the most accomplished women's doubles pair in history. There's 26-year-old Ji Fan from Tianjin. There are a few places down in the World Tour rankings, but give them a bit more time as we move towards those World Tour finals in December. We might see that change. Straight games win so far this week in all of their matches. I was hoping for their round 2 match against Tan and Tina to be a bit closer. And this is 30-year-old Yuki Fukushima from Yatsushiro, which is in Kumamoto on Kyushu Island in Japan. Now lives and trains in Gifu.
Ready to play?
And her partner, Sayaka Hirota, touch younger at 28 from Kumamoto as well. Former world #1 pair, currently at 6 in the rankings. And similarly to Chen and Jia, a few places lower in the World Tour rankings than they'd like to be. Again, straight games performances so far this week. Confident looking quarter-final yesterday against Kitty Tadakul and Prajong Jai. Our Indian chair umpire, Fancy Dathan. And he'll be supported by Chen from Taipei as service judge. Our last practice serve for Chen. This match about to get underway. Plenty at stake. Final spot.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Most
on my right,
importantly.
Jia Fang and Chen, China. And on my left, Yuki Fukushima and Sayaka Hirota, Japan. Yuki Fukushima to serve to Jia Fang. Love all. Play.
So the Japanese pair in that, well, light lilac, I suppose, outfit today. Getting the match underway from the bottom of our screens.
So it's over. 1 love.
It's going to be a tense contest, this one. And whilst these two pairs have met 19 times in the past, it's always a different situation, different arenas, different venues, and in different places in their lives to many of those meetings. Still, I was surprised by looking at the rankings at discovering that Fukushima and Hirota have actually got more wins than perhaps anybody against Chen and Jia. Something in particular that Chen and Jia struggle with, given how accomplished they are?
You could say that Fukushima and Hirota, they're very consistent and extremely solid defense. There were sometimes where Jia Fan was struggling a little bit with her left arm, but the Japanese pair, they got a really solid defense to challenge the strong attack by especially Jia Fan, and they also have the stamina and consistency to play the long rallies that could put some pressure on the Chinese pair. And then this lady here, Sayaka Hirota,
so it's over. 1-3.
Dangerous from basically all parts of the court, but especially when she makes a move from the back court to the front court. They definitely can score against Chen and Jia. I didn't see the match at the Asia Championships where they won the final against Chen and Jia in Dubai. But I recall the match from Sudirman Cup where they were totally demolished. They were absolutely magnificent, Chen and Jia, on that occasion.
Yeah, 11-6.
Yeah.
What a result that was for the Japanese.
3-all.
So I think if it's in one sentence, the Chinese, in terms of playing form, has been more fluctuating over the years than Fukushima and Hirota, who saw an unfortunate dip in form as Hirota tore her Achilles just 1 month ahead of the Tokyo Olympics, and that really ruined their chances. And it's taken a while to get back, so it's good to see both her but also the combination with Fukushima back to normal strength.
really cat and mouse, this. The attacking momentum swapping between pairs. I think that caught the net and just caught Sayaka off guard.
5-3.
Just changing the angle slightly. The tiniest of movements off the tape. .42-shot rally, and it's been reasonably typical of what we've been witnessing so far.
Service over. 4-5.
Well, this is the third morning running that we've opened up the show with women's doubles and with Chen and Ji-Fan on court in the opening match. And for the first time, I'm not looking at a Chen that's really fired up like I've seen her the last couple of mornings.
Service over.
She was very animated yesterday as Ji-Fan plays the perfect return of serve.
They've had a tough road to this semi-final second round match against Pearly Tan and Tina Muralitharan, and that's why you have to be alert and ready. And yesterday against Matsuyama and Shida,
service over. 6-all.
Well played, Fukushima.
wide.
Service over.
She was having a good day in Suzhou, Fukushima. Normally the more steady of the two Japanese players. And not as dangerous, in my opinion, as her partner.
Well, I was watching them play a few times in Europe earlier in the year, that spring tour through Germany and France, and they seem to fall apart at times. Fukushima had a tendency to get very angry with her partner. That was nice.
Service over. 7-all.
High expectations, of course, at this level.
Oh, good deception.
Well, if Chen isn't as looking as confident, to me at least, as she has been this week, Ji-Fan certainly is. What a shot that was off return of serve.
I think it's focus.
8-7.
They're focused on the task here. They know that this is potentially a tough match.
Straight through the middle. That's where the lefty-righty combination shows a small weakness.
9-7.
And in my book, that goes down as a cheap point because it's normally not that easy to score against Chen and Ji. Oi, misunderstanding.
Fukushima having to cope with this unbelievable pressure. One too many. And Hirota forced to drop back far in court in defence.
Service over. 8-9. Coach.
Oh, she's having a good day today. JPN.
Play.
Yeah, Fukushima are asking about the flash photography in the crowd. Had a few issues yesterday morning as well. Patient in defence again, the Japanese pair.
Yeah, and JPN couldn't really get Chen involved or play herself to a better position. Positive from a Japanese point of view.
There's Fukushima going, trying to create something. And it's back to square one. That's a nice touch.
Oh, that's a beauty.
What a shot. And there's the nod of the head. And there was a finger raised in celebration from Chen. There we go. Lovely shot.
Chen, get the shuttle. Back on court. Back on court, Hirota.
Umpire keeping this one moving. Terrific rally. And plenty more to come.
Play.
Fashionable looking Japanese team out this week. Quite a few nice outfits for the men and women.
If the solid Japanese defense can invoke mistakes in the attack from JPN, or in the variation of the attack, then this goal accomplished, at least in part. That's brilliant play by Chen.
I thought Fukushima had done well to start with, picking this one up. But what a cross smash.
Yeah. That's one of the key situations to look for in women's doubles, when you're in position and have the chance to go all cross and cross the body of the defenders. That's a very, very hard shot to defend.
JPN asserting herself in the forecourt.
11-10 interval.
And taking us to the mid-game interval. It's been a very even game so far. For the most part, the Japanese defense has been very solid.
Seconds. 20 seconds. Thank you. Coach, return to your chairs. Coach, return to your chair. Coach, return to your chair. Thank you. Friends, back on court. Hirota. Play.
Short, sharp point for the Japanese
So
as we get back to the action.
And that was lucky. They got away with it, played it directly into the racket of Jia Yifan. On the other hand, if you can keep doing that and she keeps making mistakes, then you should of course continue.
That's a lovely net shots.
Short. That's a great follow-up by Yuki Fukushima.
Left.
So much confidence in defence, the Japanese pair. They're really happy to just keep lifting Jia Yifan around the back. A lot of pairs I've seen try and get Chen away from the net.
Yeah, it depends a little bit how good your defense is, what task you're up to. Also a little bit under the playing conditions.
Oof. Fukushima, she's gone long.
Wow, that was lucky. I think she swung for it. Chen here.
Well, she smiles because I think she knows she got a bit lucky there.
Quick.
Jia Yifan's hair has come undone.
Back on court. Back on court. Yuki. Back on court. Yeah.
Well, gone are the days of the very short hair, of certainly Chen at least.
Yeah, we don't have that kind of issues here in the commentary box. Good move, fantastic reading of the game by Sayaka Hirota.
13-12.
There she senses there's an opportunity. Also great awareness to block it in front of Jia Yifan instead of trying to push.
Thank you.
Good shot, good variation.
Service over. 13-all.
And again, the awareness to notice that Hirota is on her way a little bit further back than normally because the lift was a bit short. And then being able to exploit it by playing a really accurate drop shot, that's just magnificent.
Good save. Oh, that's lovely.
It's great counterplay by Fukushima and Hirota. Loose shot from Jia Yifan, that one.
14-13.
Didn't have the quality and immediately was countered. from Hirota.
Mistake from
Service
Fukushima.
over. 14 all.
Can happen sometimes. You hadn't played a shot for a little while in the rally.
Easy points for Chen and Jan.
She's more settled on serve so far today, Chen. She really struggled yesterday. There were 2 or 3 that were very loose and got attacked, and she missed a few as well. Patiently attacking.
They're trying to find a way through the Japanese defenses, Chen and Ja, where Fukushima and Hirota, they are content defending, but here Jai-Fan powers her way through.
14. Quick wipe again.
That's the risk if you don't sort of play a few creative defensive shots once in a while, that if you don't put pressure on the attackers, that they simply get too much time to try out different openings from the back court. Oh, big strapping on the right thigh of Chen.
Well, that's one of her strengths. Jai-Fan has the ability to hit through if she's given enough time and opportunities. Chen, unsure for a moment, decides it was in.
Excellent.
Service over. 15,
Look at the way she
16.
shapes to hit hard and then just brushes the shuttle over the net.
Thank you. Players back on court.
She was swinging that arm as if she was going to drive hard.
Yeah. Okay.
Still just 1 point between them.
Stopped a little bit in front of her.
All.
That shovel, that lift from the Japanese pair was simply too far behind the shuttle when she hit it, Jai-Fan.
Bit of drift perhaps, Dean, from the Chinese side towards the Japanese?
Yeah, I'm certain there's some drift that way. That's what we've seen all week. Not that you can't play it long from the near side here, but definitely some drift alongside the court.
Well, we saw one in the first few rallies of the match where Jai-Fan it was left the shuttle 17, and it landed 3 or 4 inches in.
Yeah. That's also something that's going to influence the second game, I think, because Jai-Fan and Chen, they will have an easier time of being accurate in their defense when they want to be defensive, and it requires even more accuracy by Hirota and Fukushima to maintain a strong defense from the far side of the court without making mistakes on the back line or playing too short.
It's nice. Good read of the play from Jay Fan. The block just creeps outside the court.
And the reduced
18,
pace in the
16.
smash there was what did the damage. Look how much she had to bend forwards, Sayaka Hirota, to get to it. So when you take people out of the normal, out of the practice situation, so to speak, where you numerous times hit full power shots at you, because that's what you really want to defend. The power smashes. So it's important to be able to defend
19,
the variations as well.
16.
This one clearly long. And this Chinese pair have opened up now a 3-point lead. Oh, it's a nice return. Well recovered from Jay Fan. Oh, it's called in. No challenge. I think she's
Service over. 17,
accepted her
19.
fate. Big point for the Japanese. Millimeters the wrong way.
18, 19.
Half a centimetre higher perhaps, and that might have tumbled over the net. That's a lovely touch. Given too much time. Can't give Chen that kind of respect.
20, game point, 18.
Last chance at game point.
There's 3 mistakes in the last 4 rallies from Jay Fan. Well, the first one was a lead that actually was in, but she was not there for the third shot back at 19-16.
Game point number 2, and they found a way through. Jay Fan smash, doesn't come back.
First game won by Chen and Jia Fan. 21,
A solid
19.
opening game. A few winners, a few mistakes. Quite a lot going on. Chen and Jia with just enough composure to see it through. 21-19 the opener, 27 minutes.
逼了，我说他弹一下，你就把平的拿走，别说弹起来就你不逼给点压力，他永远挡，我永远不会失误啊！对的，他不逼我，我一挡我，他马上上去那个，我就有压力，哎，我要不要起还是挡？就有想法，他永远在挡。防守中间嘛，不要这个高，别让人家偷死，像刚刚那个其实你15去逼，我的意思是你反制好这台，你就举着拍去逼他就好，弹起来就我的都可以。往前一定要把拍举起，一定要拍举起。
20 seconds. 20 seconds. Coach, return to your chair. Coaches, return to your chair.
Well, a big difference in coaching styles I'm noticing here. We've got one Chinese coach, when actually Chen doing most of the talking, being very animated. Japanese coaching staff scene, you've got one coach talking to one player and one talking to another, almost entirely. Is that a strategy, coaching strategy?
I'm not sure. The head coach, Kei Nakajima, he's normally very keen on talking. Sometimes gets warned for talking during rallies.
Play.
And not totally sure who the other coach was. It's probably one from the company team that Fukushima and Hirota are playing for. They're playing for Marasuki Bluvik.
Trying to use that extra bit of pace now they've changed ends, the Japanese.
Yeah.
And it's worked. Taken some time, but it worked.
Service over. 1 love.
Oh, it's called in. Was there a
Service
flip of the
over.
racket on the way
1
through, perhaps?
all.
Yes.
Yep.
And immediately, return of serve. Chinese pushing hard into the deep rear corners. And exactly what Steen said earlier. Be a bit more confident in defence with their shots. Well, the game of chess continues, trying to find an opening. Important rally to win. Can play tricks on the brain. All this hard work. You want some reward. That's nice from JPN. Bit too ambitious, out of position, Chen. Longest rally we've seen today.
2-1. Yeah.
Sure, there's more to come early on in game 2.
Play.
Good service from Fukushima.
3-1.
Trying to push through. Fierce attack.
Service over.
Good combination.
2-3.
Accuracy on the shot from JPN.
And that's what you try to accomplish when you have the attack. You want the backcourt player to explore placements of the smash that sort of gets back something that's predictable or highly likely, and then the front court player covers that option. And if it's not correct, if the opponent is capable of putting some variation on, well, then you just start over or try to maintain the attack if that's not possible either, if it's a really good defense, then you have to just lift it and start all over again. First one drop shot, then Hirota moves back and she's hit on the outer side of the body, and almost in the same moment Chen makes her way to the sideline to intercept. And that's what you're looking for in the video analysis. And these things, they change dynamically according to shuttle speed, drift in the arena, and also what can you do when you're at your best compared to when you're a little bit down. So it's all these kind of things that players have to keep track of in the mind whilst playing.
Check. Keep them. Back on foot. Back on foot.
Good length from JPN on the lift, and then get some luck with the net cord.
Not 5 straight. Yeah. 5 straight points for world number ones.
Third shot was aggressive from Chen.
It was again, you have these agreements on what do you cover after the service, depending on the placement and who the receiver is and so on. A matter of percentages, cover the most likely options.
Eight, 3.
Do you feel, Steen, there's been any kind of shift overall in women's doubles over the last few years? Or is it simply that perhaps I'm appreciating the game more these days than I was, say, 10 years ago?
No, there's a huge development. It's much more aggressive style now than 10, 12 years ago, when the Olympic champions from Japan from 2016, when Matsutomo and Ayaka Takahashi, when they first emerged on the scene, it was a very defensive-oriented combination. You can't win that way anymore. On the other hand, it's also difficult to win in women's doubles without having a solid defense, but it's just not enough anymore. You have to attack, and I think we see really interesting women's doubles matches the last 7, 8 years or so.
Yeah, I've noticed, you know, we're in a lucky position to watch top-level badminton so often, but quite often I leave weeks and think back on what I enjoyed the most, and very often lately, it's the women's doubles.
Yeah. 9-point run from the Chinese has come to an end here.
4-10.
But Fukushima and Hirota, they really need to score some points now, otherwise this is going to be done and dusted.
Well, Hirota might need to do more of what she just did, which was taking an initiative and almost taking a slight gamble, trying to create something. Good work from Fukushima, but it came up a bit short.
Leon.
Beautiful play.
So it's over.
Yeah.
Chinese
11-5 in the
dragging Fukushima out of position, creating the opening. She couldn't recover from there. Terrific from the Chinese so far in this second game. Taking control of the match at the moment. Being challenged. The Japanese pair ahead. 11-5 at the break.
Thank you. Coaches, return to your chair. Coaches, return to your chair. Return to your chair. Take back on court. 11-5.
As always, this home crowd trying to boost their players in the intervals. And the Japanese chants of "Let's go, Fukuhiro." Sounded like a string from JPN. Yeah. That last shot due to an equipment failure.
Service over. 6-11.
Well, it's important now for the Japanese to get a run of points, get back into this game.
They can pin JPN to the back line without her doing any damage to the Japanese defense, and then she has to sort of defer from the attack, then variate the attacking on the left hand, especially some soft-paced shots. I think there could be some mistakes in her, like we saw at 1916 in the first game.
Chen trying to create an opening. Good block.
And then soft-paced. Good work.
Good use of the middle.
Yeah. And a good little mini comeback here by Fukushima and Hirota. After the interval, they needed these 3 points to keep the second game alive, to keep the hope alive.
Yeah, an important spot for them. And let's see if it's stays a mini comeback or grows into something bigger. Ooh, through the middle.
Service over.
I think Hirota surprised that Fukushima left it.
I think it was the shot prior to that that was soft from Hirota. Far away from the net, playing into the net. That shot travels a lot through the air, leaves a lot of time for the opponents to read it and take the appropriate countermeasures.
Frustrated with that miss. That was a poor miss.
Service over. 9-12.
It looked like she was about to award herself a 2-minute penalty there.
Chen's defense standing up. It's in. Challenge from Jia.
Jia Yifan challenges called in.
Well, I don't think I saw one successful challenge yesterday. The 5 matches I looked after in the morning.
I saw a couple, but the line judges have been very, very good here in Tokyo.
Oh, there we go.
Challenge
Another great call from the line judge.
1 challenge remaining. 10-12. Play.
Five of the last 6 points now to the Japanese pair.
Yeah, and all 5 after the end. No, that's right, 12.
Yeah, well, just before, but
So
it was the interval really.
13.
Giving them a renewed confidence. Great footwork from Chen. Glides around the court. Oh. Hirota taking the brutal attack from Fan. Fukushima now being dragged.
Oi, what a beauty from Fan.
That was superb.
14-10.
It can often be a bit demoralising when your attack doesn't get through after so many attempts. You then lose a bit of concentration or try too hard and make a mistake. But to have the confidence to hit that so well.
Yeah, that's the difference between these pairs that are here and the ones that are not.
Yeah.
Coach. No.
Yeah, good job by umpire Datan telling the Japanese coaches to be quiet when we're ready to start the rally. We had an incident yesterday where the Indian coaches were talking in the men's singles and the umpire was not doing anything. It was Victor Axelsen who had to police the match himself and tell the Indian coaches that he was actually ready to play and they needed to keep quiet.
There's not many
That
people.
Should be the umpire doing that instead of the players having to do it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, there was a chance, and Jayafan wasn't really in on it.
I quite enjoyed watching that. Oh, off the net cord.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Great teamwork by Chen. Pushing forward, following up. There's Jayafan, and then the follow-up from Chen. That's also one of the developments that we've had over the past 10, 12 years or so on. You can't count on just putting it away as the sole front court player. as we had back in the days. You need to push forward both of the players in the pair to gain an advantage.
Well, the game's evolved. It needed to, and I'm so glad it has. Hirota misfires.
Yeah, and then the 6-point cushion from the mid-game interval is re-established.
Blink. Back. Yeah.
Umpire keeping things moving pretty well here.
Yeah, I like it. You can't have people walking on and off court, toweling down all the time just because they've lost a rally or it's been a long rally. Good positional play by Fukushima and Hirota there. They were really close to the front court, sensing that a lot of the opening shots in the attack from Chen and are actually not full power attacking shots. It's drop shots, trying to open up the defense. And the solution is to move your defensive stance further forward.
12-16.
Well, they're hunting those rear corners in the service return. And the trade-off is sometimes you miss. That's a good rally. It's gone wide.
Service over, 17-12. Okay.
Yeah, unusual miss from Fukushima. Wasn't really out of position. Well, they're getting closer now to that place in the final. They've never been
18-12.
Japan Open champions. Chen and Jia made the final in 18, but they've never won it. 26 tournaments they've played across Super Series, Grand Prix, World Tour. Guess how many they've won?
20.
Absolutely right. No need to guess, is there? A few months back, there were 9 left to win, and I've prepped this week for them, and there's just 6, so they've had a good run. I think I'm wondering whether they are making it their aim to tick them all off. It would be an impressive. Oh, what happened there? Get a replay of that. She tried to leave the shuttle
with the knee.
It looked like she'd been shot in the leg by a sniper.
Be there.
Yes, just 6 tournaments left to win to complete the set, so to speak. And this is one of them for Chen and Jia, and they're getting ever closer here.
Service over, 19-14.
The move from 1-3 down to 10-3 up here in the second game, that most likely was the decisive thing.
Yeah, good smash across the body of JPN.
the lifeline for Fukushima and Hirota is that
15-19.
Chen and Jia feels a little bit too confident.
Japan defense so far rock solid.
Oh, that's a beauty.
The pressure was relentless, and JPN once again needed to find something special, and that she did.
Service over. 20, match point 15.
(2015) for a place in the women's doubles final. It's match point. Oof. Came off the frame, I think, from Chen.
Service over. 16-20. Play.
Still match point. Well, they're backing themselves in defense. Still being patient, the Japanese. And they get their reward. That's 3 match point saves, team.
17-20.
Yeah. It should be done, but it's difficult.
Yeah.
Tons of pressure now on Hirota's serve. And Hirota moves forward.
Oh, yeah, that's a beautiful shot. This is where we need a bit of extra statistics like they have in many of the American sports. How often has a pair come back from 5 match points down in the month of July when the temperature is between 25 and 30 degrees Celsius, wearing blue shirts?
Well, it's still match point. They've saved 4. They need 2 more, but it's all over, surely. JPN moves forward. Simple forehand kill. It was just a bit too much to ask today. And so that statistic scene is still at 0, I think, is the answer to that that question. Brilliant from the world #1 pair, potentially the best pair in history. Continue their momentum. Last week's Korea Open finalists, and this week, winners, sorry, and this week finalists at the Japan Open now. With a view to taking another World Tour title, one they've never been able to achieve.
21-18.
And they gave it their shot in defense today, the Japanese pair, but Chen and Jia too strong in the end. Just inside an hour of play, 59 minutes. But straight games for the 3 times world champions. 21-19, 21-18. Well, we've got all 10 semi-finals here today. We've got men's doubles coming up in a few moments' time. Alfian and Ardianto, the world #1s, are taking on the Olympic champions, Li Yang and Wang Qilin. Stay with us for that. Well, there is that men's doubles that I've just mentioned, Alfian and Ardianto taking on the Olympic champions Li and Wang in a few moments' time. After these highlights, plenty more to come.